Welcome back to the Success Innovation Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I really appreciate your support. There's a fee for this podcast, obviously, and if you've been a loyal viewer, you know what that fee is. If you're a brand new viewer, please make sure that you take note of this. If you find this and any other episode of any value, please go ahead and subscribe to it and refer a friend to watch each episode. Remember, it's one friend per episode, not one person for the whole podcast sessions. So once again, welcome to the Success Innovation Podcast. It is a privilege for me to be talking to you, to be sharing my personal points of views, but also sharing some knowledge that I believe is very valuable to individuals that are actually interested in developing and growing in a professional aspect. Definitely want to commend everybody who's taking a couple minutes out of their busy schedule, because we are all busy and we all have other things that we'd rather be doing. So I try to make the videos quick and impactful. So with that being said, today's episode, I want to talk to you about something that we normally don't do. We normally don't really think about. I personally, when I was growing up, was not instructed on how to do this. It was not something that I was born with. It was not essentially a habit that I built at a younger age. I built it by experience, by watching, by reading watching videos, by reading different books, by talking to different individuals and seeing how they've actually achieved success. So speaking about reading, I personally didn't like reading when I was a young adult or a younger individual. And that is one of the things that I believe is very essential to achieve success in life. Why? Why is this important? Because when you read stories, and I don't mean just fiction novels, I don't mean just Lord of the Rings, I don't mean the trilogy of Star Wars or whatever fiction you like to read. That's fine if you enjoy reading some books like that. What I mean is self-development books. And by self-development books, it means that you learn from different individuals on financial aspects, you learn on different habits, you learn on different methods of communication or different morning routines if they have them. For example, what do you do in the morning when you wake up? Do you actually have a routine? Do you even think about it? We all have a routine, but do you think about what that does or how it impacts your life? I've been trying to help out and mentor some individuals by doing a simple test and simple task. If you as an individual are not able to perform a simple task every day in the morning, then how does that translate over into your other tasks in the rest of the day? So by that being said, if you don't have little wins here and there, then how are you going to actually win and tackle the whole day to make it a successful achievement, and then go ahead and the following day till you finish the whole week, and then you win the whole week. And that translates to winning a whole month, and which translates to winning a whole year, which translates to building up to winning in life. So if you want to be successful, I recommend that you build a morning routine. That being said, one of the things that I recommend is reading a book. Reading books, period. Reading books. And these are self-development books. I am going to recommend to you two books in this instance, two books that I've read and that I believe are very impactful and very useful in life. One of them I'm going to show you here. The first one that I believe you should read is How to Influence Friends, How to Win Friends and Influence People. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It was written back in the 1920s, 1930s, but it is still a very relevant book. It's been updated and it will share knowledge with you that I still believe is very, very relevant, very impactful. That is one of the books that I believe you should read. One of the first things, or one of the chapters actually deals with how to make friends really fast. And one of the things is remembering a person's name and repeating it back to the person and sharing that person's name every time you meet them. Well, think about this. The sweetest sound a person can hear in their life is the repetition of their name by another being. So if you know a person for the very first time, if you meet them, it is sometimes hard to remember names. But let's say you're on the other side and you met a person a couple weeks back and you meet them again or you see them again and they remember your name. How will that make you feel? That will definitely make you feel happy, appreciated, and make you feel important to that person. So there you go. That is one of the little things that I can share about How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. So here it is again. I hope you take me up on it and you read it. By reading, I'm a really slow reader and I read about 10 pages a day. So I encourage you to go ahead and set aside about 10, 20 minutes at max and read 10 pages or however many pages you're able to. I know we're all busy, but I believe that if you set time aside, you will definitely go ahead and better yourself and put that little extra on your cartridge or your storage of skills, soft skills, and you will raise the bar on yourself that much further. Think about this as if you're in a competition, because you really are in a competition with other individuals, and a friendly competition, but nonetheless it is a competition. So if your friend A doesn't read a book and you read a book, you're going to be better prepared because you have that much knowledge, that much more knowledge in yourself to go ahead and take over and present to whoever you're talking to and deal with whatever problems you have to deal with. The other book that I will definitely recommend you start reading is called Habits. The Power of Habit. So this book by Charles Duhigg talks about how we develop habit and how success in itself is not just based on skill, but also on habits that we build throughout our career, throughout our life. Habit develops in our brain. So this book definitely talks about the habit and how habits are intrinsic to our internal core values, how that translates to our success in life, to our success in our career, to our success in school, to our success in achieving greatness and going forth and making a better life for ourselves. So I encourage you to also read that book because it will let you understand why changing some of the habits will definitely get you further ahead in life. So go ahead and read The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. I recommend that you read those books. Please, 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 please leave a comment. Go ahead and share this video once again, this podcast with friends, one per episode if you find this a benefit. And if you want to connect with me, go ahead and text me or email me or look me up in LinkedIn. I will definitely go ahead and respond back. I love meeting individuals face to face, and we can go ahead and strike up a conversation and definitely go ahead and give you more insight if you really want to go ahead and do that. For the meantime, thank you so much once again for watching Success Innovation. My name is Lázaro Herrera, and remember, go ahead and make yourself an interesting individual by preparing yourself beforehand. And be generous to each other. Thank you. Success Innovation out. See you next time.